Hey everybody, Duck Number 8 Wooden Railway here, and today we are going to review The Thomas Way. The Thomas Way is a DVD with 5 season 17 episodes plus a bonus episode. It was originally distributed by Lionsgate in 2013, and then it was re-released by Universal in 2014, told by Mark Morgan. My copy is the original 2013 Lionsgate copy. The front has a picture of Thomas, Gordon, Percy, Caitlin, and Duck, and Harold up here at the top with a red and blue title. And down here is a red sign saying full steam ahead to great adventures. The side has the hit logo up at the top. It's blue with that same title that you've seen up at the front. Your Thomas portrait is right here, and your Lionsgate licensing is down here at the bottom. And your back has a red sign saying taking charge and staying on tracks. Here is your blurb right here. You have, for some reason, I guess this is a picture of Steamy Stafford because it's the scene when Thomas, Percy, and Stafford, when Thomas and Percy tried to teach Stafford how to make those sounds. Why do you have a snapshot from Steamy Stafford at the back of here? Like, Steamy Stafford is not even on this release. That's weird. So, like, why did you make a snapshot of that on here? And your bonus features are right here, plus Luke's new friend, the bonus episode. And Lionsgate licensing is down here at the bottom. The disc is a squished up version of the front poster art. And the episodes for this release... Oh, and I'll also mention that there's a sing-along song for this release, too, actually. The episodes are The Thomas Way, The Switch, Percy's Lucky Day, Calm Down Caitlin, and The Lost Puff. And the bonus episode is Luke's new friend. So I'm going to talk about the episodes, including the bonus episodes. So we'll start with the main 5. Number 1, The Thomas Way. This is my favorite season 17 episode. I love The Thomas Way because, 1, we have Duck in the show again. Duck is the main character in The Thomas Way, and you all know how much I love Duck. Therefore, this is my favorite season 17 episode. I love the whole Duck, Thomas, and Harold thing in the episode. Oh, and another thing why I love this episode, this is also the 400th episode of the whole show. A great 400th episode. A great way to celebrate a 400th episode. Like, Duck is the main character. I like the role in the episode. And also at the beginning of the episode, I like that little picture of Duck on the mainland. I thought that was really, really cool. Therefore, there's a lot of things of why this episode was the milestone, the 400th. They celebrated this 400th episode in a great way. I love it. Next, number 2, we have The Switch. This episode is pretty good. I like this episode. I think that Luke and Millie are really, really good characters in this. I like their role in the episode, and I like how it's focusing us on narrow gauge engines, so I thought that was really, really cool. I like it. Number 3, Percy's Lucky Day. This episode, it's also pretty good. In this episode, we have 2 more returning characters, but they're not the lead characters in this, that being Bill and Ben. It's great to have them return. And this is another thing that I like about season 17 and these Brenna era seasons. We have returning characters for almost every season. Like in season 17, like this season so far, it's Duck, Bill, and Ben. Harvey will later on, but yes. Oh, but more talk about Percy's Lucky Day. I think it was a great episode. I like what Steven was teaching Percy in the episode, that it was his own luck. He didn't need a lucky charm. And I thought that Percy learned a very good lesson in the episode. That's what I like about it. So, yep. Next, number 4 is Calm Down Caitlin. This is also another good episode. And I'll point this out here. So, Caitlin is one of the characters who was just introduced in King of the Railway, the recent special. And for like all of these like for like more of these season 17 characters, it's not just the characters from the Nitrogen era, but even the characters who were introduced in King of the Railway each have an episodes to them in season 17. This episode is Caitlin's episode, and I think it's a really good episode. I like Caitlin's role in the episode. I thought it was really, really cool. So, yep. That's what I like about Calm Down Caitlin. I thought it was a really, really interesting episode. So, yep. And number 5, the last of the main 5 episodes, The Lost Puff. This episode is my least favorite season 17 episode. I do not like this episode. Like, Paxton, Puff is just what makes the engine's steam go, all right? Like, what's wrong with you here, Paxton? Like, gosh. Well, first of all, I really, really like Paxton. I think he's a really, really cool character, but this episode, no, I do not like this episode. I don't like how he was believing of, like, Lost Puff. This episode is boring. Another thing that I don't like about this episode is that there's also a 3 strikes formula. The first strike was when Paxton saw Gordon steam over the bridge. The second strike was the cloud over Ulster Castle, and the third strike was when Paxton went to the steamworks. So I thought we were all done with that, but at least since we're transitioning into the Brenna era, I like that the 3 strikes formula is starting to disappear, and I think that's really, really good. But overall, this episode, I do not like. So, yep, those are the main 5 episodes, and now I'm going to talk about the bonus episode on here, that being Luke's New Friend. Luke's New Friend is another of my favorite episodes of Season 17. I love this episode. I love how we have a whole episode to Luke. I know that Luke has a main role in the Switch, but he kind of shared it with Millie. But for here, Luke's New Friend, I like how we have an episode all to Luke himself. I thought that was amazing. They're even giving Luke some major roles in Season 17 as well. Because, like, his introduction was back in Blue Mountain Mystery, but then after Blue Mountain Mystery and before King of the Railway was Season 16, and Luke did not appear once in Season 16, not even as a cameo. But here, in this Luke's New Friend episode, he appears. And another thing I liked about the episode, I love how he wanted to take care of the deer. The deer was really, really cool, like Luke and the deer and all that stuff. Basically, everything about this episode works. I love this episode, and Luke's a really, really cool character. He's one of my favorite characters that was ever introduced in the Nitrogen era. So, yep, I love that. And then the 2 sing-along songs, there are 2 sing-along songs in here, that being Hey Hey Thomas and Thomas You're the Leader from The Great Discovery, but it's the shorter version of this. But for my opinion of Thomas You're the Leader, I still like the song. I think it's really, really good to have here, but the Great Discovery version of the song is way better than the short version because it has more lyrics, and so that's what I like about it. But this other song in here, Hey Hey Thomas, I hate this song. I hate how it sounds. It's so boring. I just hate it. So that's that. Okay, so those are the episodes and the sing-along songs discussed for this release. And next, I would like to talk about why I have these characters here. So Thomas and Duck are here with Harold because that's what happens in the Thomas Way. Luke and Millie are here because they're the main characters in the Switch, and for Luke, Luke's New Friend, the bonus episode as well. Percy is here because he's the main character in Percy's Lucky Day. Caitlin is here because she's the main character in Calm Down Caitlin. And Paxton is here because he's the main character in The Lost Puff. So my thoughts about this release, it's a great release. Most of these are great episodes, especially the Thomas Way, my favorite. Why, for some reason, is Gordon on the front cover? Like, he doesn't star in any of these episodes. You should have replaced it with Paxton or Luke or Millie, because they star in this. And why does the back, like I mentioned earlier, have a picture of Steamy Stafford on it? That episode is not even on this DVD. And why put Luke's New Friend as a bonus episode? Why didn't they just put it on with, like, the other 5? The UK has it as the 6th. Like, for the UK Thomas Way DVD, all 6 episodes are together, but for here in the US, we have just the main 5, but Luke's New Friend on a bonus episode. Like, why? That's weird. Like, put Luke's New Friend on with the other 5, just like how you did in the UK. And why put a song as a bonus features in, like, the DVDs? Just for this, like, no other CGI DVD has that. Like, that's kind of strange. But overall, I like this release. I think it's a good one. This is the only episodic DVD with a song as a runtime bonus feature and in the CGI series, and it's the only one to have. This is the only DVD to have a bonus episode. So, yep. Anyways, this is all I have to say about the Thomas Way. I hope you enjoyed this review. We're all done with 2013, and stay tuned soon, maybe in a few weeks, for 2014, starting with Spills and Thrills. Anyways, this is all I have to say about this release, and thanks for watching.